Rah. Oh yeah. It's been a what? I'm back on YouTube, y'all. I'm back. Definitely. That's a fact. Follow procedures. The world couldn't wait to see this. Nobody been this long awaited since Jesus. Who wouldn't believe this? The word on the internet street is deep is on the internet since Adidas. With the style that I thought of. Put the new world in order. Put your status above the average and help you content makers. Turn the yawning. I got the internet responding. The emperor, well known for presenting the turning up the temperature. How long has it been? To been again to be in the state of mind Vermont Princ is in. It's been a long time. I'm back though. Even hanging or shopping. People let me shopping, ask me when the video dropping. Alright, let's get into this. Hoorah! What's good, lovies? What's good, sexies? What's good, my people? What's good? Warriors, priests. That's the priestesses and the priests. What's good? We all one. I'm here to let y'all know I'm back. YouTube back. I've been on Facebook. Been tearing up Facebook going in with the whole sex magic breakdown, love side. Alright, let me get right into it. You know who it is. You know who I be. You know who I'm is. I'm the minister, the doctor, the prince, yo prince, Vermont Prince, for the Om Institute. And Love Size Naked Church, right? Yeah. Like the scenery? Like that scenery? I'm about to break down the Roy Jones, the Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones fight metaphysically. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey. He's fine. Yeah. Bye. Yeah. So, that's the guy who was panicking. His dog was coming next to me. He thought I was probably going to flip out or something. So, anywho, let's get into the metaphysics of the breakdown of the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones fight. Let me show you something real quick. I must have to spin this camera on you for a second. I know I'm moving the camera a lot. And a lot of y'all don't like that. And this is going to be a short video probably. I'm going to try to make it short. I noticed the shorter videos really get the most views and stuff. Unless there's a bunch of gossip. When it comes to the knowledge, I don't want to hear a long video. Alright, so I'm going to spin this so y'all can take a good look. But first, I'm going to let y'all see the scenery too, right? Okay, that's what it's about. Alright. Can I spin it? Yes, you can. Can I spin it? Oh, that's taking pictures. That ain't spinning it. Alright, it don't matter. I don't have to spin it. I'm on the wall. Let me fold this in half so it can make more sense. Alright, cool. I'm about to sit on this wet rock. I'll be alright. I live. 2 fights another day. You see this? Make sure it ain't blurry. Okay. It's probably backwards to y'all now that I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty sure it is backwards. Alright, cool. At the top you see the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then in brackets is 9. That's because 9 is not an organic number, but we're not going to get into that right now. Then we're going to get right here into these other numbers 3, 8, and 9. You see some of them are underlined. That means that they are very prevalent numbers. Yeah, I think I can see it better when I back it up. Okay, cool. Then you have the what they call a master. First of all, this first top row, 0 through 8, those are the master numbers. really is 0, 1, and 2. But we're going to say all of those for now, so I could not have to explain that. Come a little closer. Every time I get a little closer. I'm on my musical joint today. All right. Then you have the master numbers, the double digit master number: 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99. And if I started yelling and it sounds like I'm yelling, it's because I hear a lot of it's wind and I hear traffic and stuff, so I'm not sure if y'all can hear me, and I don't want to make a 10-minute video and y'all don't hear me. So I'd rather yell and y'all turn down the volume than to be talking and y'all can't turn it higher. So if it's loud, just turn down the volume. Okay, the next row is the triple master numbers: 111, 222, 33, 33, 444, 540, 55, 666, 767, 88, 888, 999. Then you go into things like the mirrors, the 12/21. 12, and you reverse it, it becomes 21. It's 1, 2, you reverse it, it's 2, 1. Same thing with 13, is 1, 3, you reverse it, it's 3, 1. Those are very, very, very important numbers. 14 itself is in there, but we're not going to focus on that right now. Then you had a number 10. 10, you see the checks next to it if you can. It's checks, it is underlined, all kinds of stuff. It's very important. The 19, also very important. 9 plus 1 is 10. You see it going to 10 again, but it's a different 10. It's the same 10, but it's a different process of getting there. So there's one between an organic 10, which is just 10, and 19, which comes out to be 10. Remember, 9 is not an organic number, so it kind of represents something else. And now in the double digits, you see 11, 22, 33, and 44, and 88 are underlined. In the triples, you see 111, 333, 666, 888 underlined. Next, the 12 reverse 21 and 13 reverse 12 reverse 21, 13 reverse 31 are starred. Those are super important. They even more important than the underlined ones, right? So we're going to use this system. This is the system I use to decode almost everything. And it always breaks down the same way, regardless. That's how you know this is the system. We're going to look for these numbers. Flip this over. We're going to start right here. I don't know what you guys can see. It says Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Okay. Then you start off immediately. The M is the 13th letter of the alphabet. Automatically, let me flip this back open so y'all can look at it while I'm doing it, because it helps when you see both sides. Hold on, y'all. And by the way, some of y'all haven't heard too much about. If you was on Facebook, you know all about Naked Church. If you wasn't, then you probably don't. Let me explain what Naked Church is. We don't do Naked Church because we're perverts or we're freaks or, you know, we're doing some type of eyes wide shut ritual or nothing like that. Y'all hear the word sex magic and Naked Church and automatically think something else, most likely. It's not what it's about. Naked Church is about us living in harmony with the universe, the way we are meant to. We come out naked because that's our natural state. The human being is a highly evolved animal. All animals are nude, except for minus the fur that nature gives them. Nature gives us fur. It's called hair. Those are really antennas, but so is our hair is fur. Is a type of fur. Because all what we call fur animals are really just antennas as well. And it's a type of clothing to keep them warm in certain environments. Same with us. And it acts as filters also to keep certain germs and different things out of certain crevices and areas and stuff like that. So that's the science behind Naked Church. We do Naked Church to get back into harmony with the universe. It's about living, trying to live as much as possible the way we are designed to live, so that we can raise our frequency. You only raise your frequency by getting in harmony with the universe, not by watching these videos and learning a bunch of information and walking out and talking about it. Talking about it is only going to motivate you. But if you don't actually do the work, you're not going to raise your frequency. You're just going to be an ad-libber. You're going to be a lip service guy. Persons. When I say guy, I don't mean a male. I mean a person. That's why we do Naked Church. And we spell it with 2 K's because K is the 11th letter. As you see on here, 11 is underlined. 2 11s is 1111. That's a whole nother science. You know, I didn't even get into that here. It's only triple digits. It's quadruple digits. And we are right now are in the triple digits, going to the quadruple digits. And we spell it church. K-H-U-R-C-H. We spell it church with a K because that's another 11. And 11 is a massive number. So you have 11 3 times. We're dealing with very futuristic science. And very coded science. So that's why we spell it the way we spell it. And the science behind it is, yes, we do have what we call a church. We are what they call Christians, but it's with a K. It's a futuristic form of Christianity. It's not the standard form that you might be used to and you might hear about. It's not that. I'm going to get into the fight. Don't think I'm not. And I'm gonna get crazy with it. I haven't even looked up 99% of this. I haven't seen the fight. I just know it was a ritual. Just hearing little bits and pieces, I knew it was a ritual. And I know the day of the month that it is. So I already knew it was going to be a ritual. But anyway, I'm going to show you how they doing witchcraft on humanity. They're doing this whole C-19, COVID, and all, it's all rituals. It's all what they call, what I like to call black magic, witchcraft, sorcery that's being done on the population to feed off your life force energy. So that's that. Okay. Back to the last thing about sex, Naked Church. Yes, we are what they call Christians, but we don't follow Christianity in its traditional form. For instance, traditional Christianity believes that Jesus Christ is a man. We know that Jesus Christ is a woman. The scriptures of the Bible explain that and tell you that and prove that it's a woman. Regular Christianity think that Jesus just came and said, believe that there's a God in the sky and pray to that God and you can get blessings. We know that Jesus came and she taught God is within. You are the God. You have divine powers to manifest what they call miracles, which are not actually miracles. It's sex magic. They call it miracles in the Bible. It's sex magic. It's manifesting stuff by using your Tachyon energy. Tachyon is electromagnetic sexual energy. That's it. They say that Jesus was on the cross and that she died and resurrected. We know that that's metaphoric because the cross going up represents the penis and going across represents the vagina. So it's the penis and the vagina, which is a sex ritual. Again, Jesus was brought out on the 3rd hour, then was on the cross from the 6th hour to the 9th hour, 369 Tesla numbers. So we already know that, right? Okay, cool. The temple was purple, and they say the veil of the temple was torn in 2. That's the whole sign. We talk about purple all the time and what that represents in the veil of the temple. That's a whole science. Jesus was supposed to be dead for 3 days and resurrected on the 3rd day. You're dead for 3 days, you resurrect on the 3rd day. That's 33. We know that it's all metaphysics. That's the difference between us and another type of Christianity. Christianity, they look at metaphors and esoteria as literal, and they live their life helpless, waiting for somebody to save them. We know that it's metaphors. Like Jesus said, why do you marvel at... We know Jesus is not the real name because there's no J in the Hebrew language, but let's just say Jesus. Jesus says, why do you marvel at the miracles I do when you can do the same miracles? Be it to you according to your faith. I say unto you, and another passage, I say unto you that if you say to this mountain, get up and be cast into the sea, it will be done. But if you have a mustard seed of doubt, a teeny little doubt, it will not come to pass. It won't happen. So Jesus is telling you that you can will a mountain to move. And that's not a metaphor, that's literal. You have to get to that level though. And that all is all about being disconnected from the system. When you read the Bible, you see Jesus totally disconnected. Jesus flipped over the table at 12. That's a metaphor. But in the temple, Jesus went against the scriptures. Jesus had to run from the establishment, from the powers that be. So obviously Jesus was going against the grain. So that's what Jesus represents, getting out of the system and getting aligned with what is said in the Bible to be the Father. It doesn't say Father in the Hebrew. It says source. It translates to mean source or the all, what we call source, but it really means the all, or that thing from which everything generates. That's what Jesus was teaching. But let's get back to this Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, metaphysics, decoding. Fight decoding. Okay, so what you see, I don't know if you see it, right here. Mike starts with M, that's 13, already starting off. You see S-O-N, son of man, Jesus, but it's S-U-N as well. You see the Ike and Mike, that connects to Ike Turner. We know about Ike Turner and Tina Turner and what their legacy. Ike Turner's legacy is he beat up a female. Basically, he used to beat on Tina Turner. So that's a very important thing, because right now, a lot of the ritual that's being done is being done against the feminine principle. It's about the feminine principle versus the masculine principle. That's what most of the rituals that are being done now represent, and the old against the young. Then you go over here, you have Roy. Oi, the O-Y, comes out to 6 and 7, which is 13. I'm going to break this down one time for y'all, that y'all have to do it yourself, because I don't want the video to be that long. O is the 15th letter of the alphabet. 1 plus 5 is 6. That's how I came up with 6. Y is the 25th letter. 2 plus 5 is 7. So it's 6 and 7. That's how you do it. You have to find out what letter of the alphabet. You have to count. It's 26 letters. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, so forth and so on. That's how you get it. Then you move over. Jones starts with a J. That's the 10th letter. Boom. That tell you something. O-N comes out to 29, which 2 plus 9 is 11. Again, that 11 that I've been talking about. 11 right there. We know about the 13. The 13 is Sirius. The ES comes out to be 11. Then Junior, the J, is 10. Boom. So that's a whole nother thing. Then the R is 18. You add it all together, that's 28. 2 plus 8 is 10. You know, we're getting back to that 10. Again, that I have outlined right here. This is light, though. This is not even the thing. I'll tell you, I haven't even done this yet. So I'm doing this right here with y'all. Willfully, it doesn't take that long. But if it does, it does. That's how it goes. I'm going to sit on this rock. It's a little cleaner. Not cleaner, but a little less wet. All of them are wet, so she's not going to get around it. I'm going to put the book down. Hopefully the wind don't steal it. I know the camera's sideways. I know I'm about to drop the book. I'm trying not to. So I'm going to just put this on the ground. All right, cool. So I'm about to get into this camera. This other phone. And I'm about to Google certain things. Remember the numbers. When was the Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones fight?
November 28th, 2020. Here's a summary from Wikipedia.
No, we don't need all that, but it doesn't matter. So it says November 28th, 2020. If y'all should know, it just happened the other day. Today's the 30th. That's 2 days ago. November, according to the Gregorian calendar, is the 11th month. Boom, that's that 11 I was telling you about. 28, 2 plus 8 is 10. Bam, that's that 10 that I underlined. And it's 2020, 22. The master number, 22, that I told you about. So that in itself is a whole science. Then if you want to get technical, you have 11, November, which is 11. 28, which is 10, and 22 of 2020. You can put it all together. You can have the November, which is 11, with the 10. So that if you put 11 and 10 together, I'm not talking about adding it together. If you add it together, you're gonna get something. You're gonna get something a little different, but you're gonna get 21, which is the reverse of 12. And that's very important. But I'm talking about putting them side by side. If you combine them, not combine them as an atom. Write them on paper. Write 11, then write 10 right next to it, like so that it looks like one number. It's gonna look like 1,110. That's what it's gonna look like. Take the comma out and take the 0 off. You have 111. That what I was telling you about triple numbers. Now on the flip side, On the other side of it, boom, you're gonna have the same thing. The 10 with the 22 is from the 2002. 2020. You put them together, you take out the 0, you got 1. You take out all the zeros. You have, it's 3 zeros, which is also important, but it's 1, 2, 2. 1 times 22 is 22. That's something. Okay, cool. Now it's sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. We know about that. California is C, starts, the abbreviation of California is CA. C is the third letter, A is the first letter. Put 3 and 1 next to each other. That's 31. The reverse of 13. That's very, very, very important and very, very significant. It's at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, which is California. That 31. That's a big part of what they call witchcraft, which y'all call witchcraft, and which I call black magic and dark magic. That 31 science, and that 13 and that 31, but definitely the 13. Okay, so I'm gonna try to see if it says anything else that I could use here. My nicknames is Iron Mike. I could break that down. That's gonna end up being a whole thing. Roy Jones, his thing is Junior. Okay. $50 and 6, which is 56. 5 plus 6 is 11 already. 66 and 9. This guy, Mike Tyson, who's that? Mike got 44 knockouts. 4 and 4 is 12. First of all, it's 44. Then on top of that, 4 plus 4 is 8, which is the 8 that I told you that's on the page. 47. 4 plus 7 is 11. That's not strange at all. So, 66 and 9 is 75. 7 plus 5 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. I underlined that on there and told you that was a significant number. I mean, I didn't tell you it was a significant number, but it is a very significant number. Even when you go into the height, is very important. Look at the weight. 222 pounds. 220 pounds. Well, I said 222. I was wrong. 220 for Mike Tyson. 210 for Roy. If you take the zeros off, that's a 22 and that's a 21. 22 is the master number. 21 is the reverse of 12, the mirror of 12. 21 is also very used in what they call black magic and dark magic. You know, blackjack 21 and all that stuff. In this directly, I don't want to get too much off the topics. I already went into a big topic of a second naked church already. But you got to go into that whole 21 thing. Remember 50 Cent got the song 21 Questions? Boom. Then there's a whole bunch of other people that, you know, with the 21 and stuff like that. Then it goes into the whole science of Rakim said, I take that's 21 MCs ate up at the same time. If you know about Rakim, I was just playing the song. So that's definitely, those all have hidden meanings to them. I'm gonna okay, cool. I want to see the fight card real quick. Undercard. Okay. Okay, cool. See the numbers there? You see a lot of them 8s, right? Alright, cool. Let's see what else happened. How many rounds was the Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones fight?
Here's a summary from CBS Sports. Tyson and Jones fought to an unofficial draw declared by the WBC by its 3 celebrity judges.
3 judges, 3.
8 2-minute rounds provided time for both men to get comfortable and find the range enough times to make the action exciting.
I don't know if y'all can hear what it's saying, but lo and behold, it was 8 2-minute rounds. 8. That's that number 8 that I got right there on the thing. These are numbers that I wrote down before I even looked this up. So this just not just falling in. And I just showed you a bunch of 8s. None of this stuff was looked up. And you can see this. You could tell me anything. Go to the comments and name somebody. Be like, yo, Snoop Dogg or you know, Barack Obama, somebody, and I'm gonna do their chart. And you're gonna see all these numbers popping up. Not a little bit, a lot, to the point where it can't be denied. This is how it goes. You're not going to get in certain positions unless your chart reads a certain way. The people, the powers that be that allow you to get in chart, because this is all orchestrated. I'm not saying you could be as talented as you want to be. You're not going to get but so far in life unless people ordain you to get there. Now with the internet, you could do a little bit more, but what they would do is they'll do what they call black magic, what y'all call black magic rituals. I don't like to call it that, but what y'all call black magic or witchcraft video, not videos. Black magic or witchcraft, as y'all call it, rituals to block you from being successful. You had the hottest song in the world, put it on SoundCloud, everybody loving it. Next thing you know, boom, nobody's feeling your song no more. Because they do a ritual on people, and they'll put energy on there to suppress the power of your song. This is real thing. Just like they'll put energy on songs to make you like it, when it's really not something that you would normally like. There's a lot of songs that like take over the airwaves. You like, oh, this is the ill. Then you listen to it 2 years later, you be like, I don't know, I don't feel it no more. If it ever had you like that, it will always have you like that. That's how you know it was an energy put on it for a certain amount of time, because the energy dissipates over time. It fades out. Anyway, there's songs that my mother knew, like when she was young. Not my mother, but the moms. I don't like to use the my thing, you know, Maya is too possessive, and we getting away from that in the home institute. But there's songs that she heard when she was young, and she still loved those songs, like as if it just came out. And it's just the same with me. There's songs that then there's other songs that was like bomb blowing for a summer. Now I listen to it and I'll be like, I don't feel it at all. Like I see it's a good song, but it doesn't sweep me like it did that time. That means something was put on that song to make people go to it. Anywho, okay, 8 2-minute rounds. 8 and 2 automatically is 6. I mean, it's 10. Going back to that 10, but the 8 is something that really stands out. In Love Side, we use the number 8 a lot. 8 is the highest organic number. It's the highest frequency of this matrix. I'm not saying the number 8 itself, but when you're dealing with the frequency of the matrix, 8 is what you reach before you recycle back. So it goes 0 to 8, back to 0. 0 to 8, back to 0. And technically 8 is 0, because if you take a rubber band that's shaped like a 0 and you twist it in half, it's going to form a number 8. You can bend a 0 and twist it and form a number 8. That's all 8 is. 8 is just a number 0 that has been modified to look like something different. So now instead of 1, it has 2 loops. And it's a science to that, but this is not the time nor the place. Okay, boom. So we have that. 3 judges. No coincidence. What else can I ask? What was Mike Tyson wearing at the Roy Jones fight?
According to Sporting News, Saturday night's highly anticipated bout between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. ended in an unofficial draw after the legendary boxers went the full 8 rounds at Staples Center.
What was Roy Jones wearing at the Mike Tyson fight?
Here's a summary from Sporting News. Saturday night's highly anticipated bout between Mike Tyson.
Let's see if I can find some images. Oh, let's talk about it. Okay. I heard something like this. The Lakers, he got that Lakers on. People told me he was doing, he was repping Kobe. I heard that. I already knew it was a ritual. Once I heard that, I knew, because I got videos on here telling you about Kobe. That whole thing was a ritual. So, oh yeah. And Mike Tyson rocking the red and black gloves. I just did a video with Battle Rap, Murder Mook versus Tay-Rock. Tay-Rock was coming out as some type of Dracula, Creed assassin character. And he was rocking red and black. And Murder Mook was doing all white. Red and black is it's funny because that's the color dealing with the blood. With the bloods deal with 031. 31, that's a big known code. I'm not saying every blood, there's different bloods in different countries and different coasts and stuff. But on the East Coast, 031 is that code. And the O being that it's a O, it's a 0, you just leave a 31. So that's something that's really important. And that Laker, that red, that purple and gold, yeah. And the movie Us, they dealt with the purple and gold. That was a big thing. And the Nipsey Hussle, the Kobe Bryant ritual and stuff. Man, listen, it was not the Kobe Bryant. And the Murder Mook all white. Nipsey Hussle did the all white thing, holding the white horse with Laura London sitting on it. But I'm not gonna get into like too much other stuff. I'm gonna go into. So, what else can I ask? I already saw what they're wearing. I guess that's about it for now. Make this a shorter video, even though it's kind of long. Just wanted y'all to know that this was a ritual that was done. And the ritual that was being done is about birth. It's all about birth. They're trying to bring something into existence. Oh, that was something. What was it? What was it? It was 7 and 9. 7 and 9. Something with 7 and 9. What was the 7 and the 9? I think I got it on the thing. I'm not sure, but I think I got it on the thing. Let me look for it. I think I seen something with a 7 and a 9 with Roy Jones or Mike Tyson, one of them guys. Where did I see it at? I saw it somewhere on here. I'm not really sure. And Ike Turner, the I is 9, the T is 20. That's 29. 1 plus 2 is 11. I mean, 2 plus 9 is 11. I don't know why I've been saying the wrong numbers, but that's weird. But been doing it a lot, like in the last 2 videos. Anyway, I think they're trying to stop the information from getting out. But anywho, it was something with 7 and 9. I'm not really sure right now. I'm not gonna try to push to figure it out. But I know the ODB from the Wu-Tang, that transition that passed away, he started his song with "Let's Take It Back to 79," and I was like, that's not a coincidence. So I said I got to do more research into the 79, what that science, that whole science is representing.